Hey guys! Many of you have seen the movie Frozen, right? As we light our second candle of Advent to represent peace, it reminded me of Olaf the snowman. How did he stay so peaceful and positive? It was almost like he knew a secret that kept him calm and able to make good decisions even when he was in a stressful situation. As Christians, we know a secret like that too. When Jesus was born, God had given his people, the Israelites, a lot of hints so they would know what to look for when their Messiah came. These hints are called prophecies, and they were given by people God had chosen, like Isaiah and Jeremiah and King David, who shared messages or wrote songs using the words they received from God to warn and encourage the nations where they were living. What's important to see is that with God's help, these people predicted specific details like where Jesus would be born, the family line he would come from, the way he'd be betrayed and crucified, how he'd rise from the dead, and what all this meant for those who would believe in him. And so far, everything concerning Jesus' first coming happened just like they said it would. But there are some prophecies that we're still waiting to see come true. When Jesus was on earth, he told his disciples that there would be great wars and plagues, but not to worry because he will be returning to save us. About 500 years before Jesus was born in Bethlehem, the prophet Zechariah told us that a day will come where Jesus will be king over all the earth. And after Jesus ascended into heaven, the Apostle John received a vision from him where he promised us that everything we see now is going to disappear, and that Jesus will come and make everything new. Then he will wipe every tear from our eyes, and there will be no more death, or sorrow, or crying, or pain. These things will be gone forever. So if everything took place concerning the baby Jesus who was born in Bethlehem 2,000 years ago, just as God said it would through his prophets, we can trust that the things will continue to unfold according to his word. He's going to keep all of his promises to us because that's who God is. He's a faithful and loving Father. Even if we don't always understand his plans, we can know that they're good because he is good. But as we wait for Jesus to return, we might still have times where we don't feel so peaceful. What do we do then? Well, oftentimes our friends who don't know about Jesus might assume that if we feel anxious, God is the one who owes us an apology. They might say it's all his fault for placing us in that situation that made us uncomfortable, or for taking away something that we liked. They might try to get his attention or get back at him by doing things that they're not supposed to. We might even do this too sometimes, to our parents, teachers, or to God. But Isaiah 26:3 reminds us, "You will keep in perfect peace all who trust in you, all whose thoughts are fixed on you." So if I don't have peace, it's actually me who needs to apologize to God. It means I haven't been thinking about him enough, and that I'm not really trusting him. When we take responsibility for the way we feel, God will forgive us and is always ready to make a trade. He says, "Give me your worries, and I'll give you my peace." And to make a sincere apology, what we want to do is not just say, "Oops," but also to say, "I don't want to do, say, or think that way again." This might mean taking a step in the opposite direction. In his Sermon on the Mount, Jesus told us, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. So not only are we called to trust God and receive His peace, but we can work to have more of it in our lives and to share it with other people too. Some ways I like to make room for God's peace are by thanking Him throughout the day, dancing and singing to Him with worship music, being honest with Him about the things I'm having a hard time with, and asking Him who He thinks might need to be reminded that they are loved right now. He doesn't leave us to figure this stuff out on our own. Our Father's peace is always available to us because He never takes His eyes off us, and He's perfectly capable of taking care of us.